coming out here based on how the game will play out. I'm sure there's Resident Sleepers in the chat. But what I want to point out here is SKT have gone for kind of a one threat. Yes, Rise the threat too, but largely this comp is about Teddy's jungles. The skirmish advantage should be there for the Aatrox early, but for now at least for Sejuani, just like with the Lee Sin, Clid's happy to power farm it out.
Well, Linderung does have heroic entrance available to him here. As Khan flashes over, gets himself into his ultimate, but it's not enough. They take that first blood oh so easily, and the teleport. You can't escape those ones anymore. Faker has to get out of there. Doesn't use the flash. Thought he might have had to. Decimating smash. Grace wants more. Goes in when he probably didn't want to. Gets a double taunt, but he'll still probably go down. There we go. Faker gets the corrosive charge. But that was honestly a mistake from Grace. Understand? You know, almost put it in the bag at that point. Very even, though, in the mid lane.
Here we go again.
I think I've seen this one before, Papa Smithy. Rune Prison is down. Khan gets out of the way of that one very, very easily. Heroic entrance is a little bit late, but Decimating Smash, just the tip. Picks up the kill on the Rise for the second time, and Khan.
And yeah, it worked to a point, so we know that if they're finding some gold parity, maybe this Wombo combo might cause a lot more headaches for SK Telecom T1 in game number 2.
They are going to pick up the first Drake, so that's still good news, but they are behind in gold for the first time since hitting the
Steady. He's just pushing up and getting as much turret damage as possible onto Jin Air's bot lane turret.
Yeah, Clid being very patient, waiting for that vision to be guaranteed. You can't see that passive be thrown over, even though we did, as there's the engage. Malrung's here, but it's a 3v3. Teddy flashes out of the way beautifully, but in goes Root. I don't know whether it's the idea they wanted, because Mata still had the Devour available. It was all a bait. It was all a cunning ruse. And
you give up gold, and that's why Jinna need to continue to make plays like this to keep themselves competitive and not fall behind for that Wombo to misfire in the future.
Well, we're going to get first turret blood going over to SKT, most likely here as they pick it up on the bottom side. Wow, it was very, very close.
Only 100 We'll be talking about a lot more solo queue in Series 2, because Damwon Gaming is still right up there.
Oh, yeah.
As a 5-man squad. Let's talk about the Infernal Drake, because, you know, the ults are available. SKT kind of has to fight for it. Seems like fireworks coming.
Though. Yeah, can he actually survive this is the question. There's just too much CC. He was trying to go left, trying to go right, couldn't do anything, and then he's in the air and he's dead.
We should call Peter. That was some atrocities committed on the Piggy. That Piggy taken down. Very, very harsh stuff, but Sejuani dead. Means that the Infernal does go to Jin Air, and this time the Wombo comes off.
Yeah, this is like an episode of Pimp My Boar and then turned into one of those documentaries that's really, really sad about animal activists.
Try to force and see if SKT will walk up for a fight.
At the moment, Jin Air do have a lot of damage, so they can take this one relatively quickly. Grace is around as well, and SKT not wanting to put their faces in it to just give this one up. So Shelly over to Jin Air. Faker pushing on the bottom side is what they get should mean the turret.
Teddy was just free hitting with already 2 items complete on this Varus. It's a Vayne build you see more commonly now, but it's an old favorite on the Varus, and it chunks people down. So Jin Air had no coordination around their Wombo. That's when all your buttons aren't pressed at the same time. SKT can fall back, they won in the group, and they win across the map. And that means that SKT, out of nowhere, you blink to find that one scenario where the Varus dies.
And they need to do it before they just passively lose the game as well, because Faker's going to take another turret, demonstrating exactly what we're talking about. This is a war of attrition they have to deal with.
The vision line moves further and further forward, and the Wombo threat.
Linderung, few auto attacks there, but Teddy playing pretty safely. Faker in trouble. There's the unstoppable onslaught. Gets exhausted. Gets at least one knockup, but we're trading ultimates everywhere. Grace does get one knockup. Devour now on cooldown. That is super important as Faker might die. Winds of War going to be enough, augmented by Root's damage as Grace goes golden. This might be the fight that Jin Air were looking for. Teddy now has nowhere to go. In goes Root. Dives forward with the killer instinct, and it's named exactly right.
A bit too ambitious. We'll see what it means for the Infernal, as the health bars are not the highest on the side of Jin Air, but that was the exact prototype of a fight that Jin Air could win.
And Grace has taken the Ignite this game, and I think this is the point where it did kind of bite them, because he could have gone back.
I guarantee if SKT get the Urgot ult off successfully, they will win a 5v5, but they're on Baron, and it's damn low.
Yeah, it's down to 2,000 health already. That one is definitely going to be taken here by SKT, but can they win the fight now? Realm Warp gets 3 of them out. Faker not going to survive, but they'll take one sacrificial lamb and a Baron any day of the week.
Maybe there's still that Wombo, or that team fight misexecution. Yeah, will count against SKT. They return to the turret, the demolish proc. Mata is in the right spot here. He'd love to demolish, but safety first, being there to evacuate with a flash to Bower is more important.
I find it so funny that we've almost got Khan up to 1,000 gold bounty at 0-2-0.
Yep. This is the new future. This is all part. This is 2019.
Well, Gargoyle Stoneplate is trying to keep Linderung alive. He's got a lot of shields, but this tower doesn't. Khan is just auto-attacking it to death as the Rise. Teddy alongside him. And they're just going to take them all over the map. They've already broken open the base. They take an inner turret there as well. And now Jinair going for the desperation engage. Linderung getting his way forward. The Galio delivery system just isn't good enough because Teddy, as soon as he gets a few auto attacks off, they're dead. Yes, you managed to get your buttons pushed in the right positions, but you need to survive as Mata's just able to emote spam before Grace is even dead. Finally, they get some relevant damage on him, but that's after the whole team has bitten the dust.
Sometimes you got to do it all yourself. Teddy says, not going to worry about enemy positioning. I'm just going to assassinate the enemy AD carry. He solo kills Root, and that will be the end of the game.
Yep, that is all she wrote. As Teddy just flashing for the fun of it. Linderung on his turret fountain is going to survive for the moment, so you can have that small win, my friend, but SKT will take the 2-0.
It turns out you can take the Teddy out of Jinair and find some good results for SK Telecom T1. He was able to decide this game in the final fight by assassinating the enemy AD carry. Definitely some hiccups along the way for SKT, especially in game number 2, but in our big first